Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, men killed by police in Newarton housing scheme identified. The police have identified the two men who were shot and killed during an alleged armed confrontation in Newarton, St. Catherine on Friday. They are Horace Murray, otherwise called the Fishhead, and Matthew Small, otherwise called the Tall Man, both of White House housing scheme in St. Catherine. The men were identified by relatives on Sunday. It is reported that about 4:30 a.m. on Friday, police personnel went into the White House housing scheme in search of guns, drugs, and criminals. The police team reportedly went into a house and were greeted with a gunfire. The police say they took evasive action, and Small and Murray were shot and injured. They were taken to the Linstead Hospital, where they were pronounced dead. The Independent Commission of Investigations has launched a probe into the matter. High Command expresses regret at a sudden passing of traffic cop. The Police High Command has expressed sadness at the sudden death of a sub-officer of the Portland Police Division on Saturday. Sergeant Steve Roy Campbell of the Traffic Department reportedly died as a result of natural causes. Reports are that about 2 p.m., Campbell complained that he was not feeling well and was rushed to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The Jamaica Constabulary Force is expressing condolences to the family, friends, and colleagues of Sergeant Campbell, who was assigned to the Port Antonio Traffic Department, said a release on Sunday. The force's chaplaincy branch and the welfare department are providing support to the family members, friends, and the colleagues of the sergeant, added the JCF. Road fatalities fall below 400 for the first time since 2019. The Island Traffic Authority is projecting that road fatalities will fall below 400 this year, the first time since 2019. The ITA is projecting that up to 388 road users could be killed on the nation's streets this year. According to ITA statistics, 440 road users were killed in 2019, 433 in 2020, 487 in 2021, 488 in 2022, and 425 in 2023. The total number of fatalities recorded up to Friday, December 13, was 346 from 298 fatal crashes, and there are now just over 2 weeks left in the year. Meanwhile, the ITA is reporting that fatalities have decreased by 15%, while fatal crashes are down 18% this year when compared with last year. It says fatalities as at the end of November 2024 are projected to decrease by 11% when compared with 2023. The ITA is also reporting that motorcyclists continue to account for the majority of road users killed this year, with 33%. As of December 13, pedestrians account for 18%, private motor vehicle drivers also account for 18%, while private motor vehicle passengers account for 13%. Vulnerable road users, pedestrians, pedal cyclists, motorcyclists, and pillions combined account for 58% of all road fatalities as of December 13. Overall, passengers account for 23% of the road deaths. In the meantime, males and females account for 84% and 16% respectively of the road fatalities as of December 13, 2024. St. James cops set a sub-100 murder target for parish in 2025. The St. James police are aiming to achieve a sub-100 murder tally for 2025, building on its 34% reduction in murders for the parish so far this year. Head of the St. James Police, Superintendent Aaron Samuels, credited the police's routine operational activities and the general policing initiatives for the gains made in lowering the murder rate in the parish this year. He made the overall disclosures at the monthly meeting of the St. James Municipal Corporation on Thursday. Our operational activities so far this year and our general policing have so far yielded some amount of results. We are now at 34% less murders than last year, which amounts to 63 less murders across the parish of St. James, Samuels informed. He said that the police are still not where they want to be relative to murders. We want to see if we can in 2025 have a sub-100 year relative to murders, and that's the aim of the division, to ensure that we bring St. James out of the title of the most violent parish, and to see if we can ensure that we continue to see some gains and reduce all violent crimes that we have in St. James, said Samuels. According to the latest Jamaica Constabulary Forces Serious Crime Report for the period January 1 to December 7, 2024, St. James recorded 120 murders this year when compared to 176 killings for the corresponding period last year. At the time of the publication of those statistics, the figures represented a 31.8% decline in murders for the parish. As the Christmas season gets into full swing, the top parish cop said his law enforcers will be focusing their attention on the parish's crime hotspots. Basically, we're heading into the Yuletide season, and we wanted to ensure that we impact all the crime hotspots within the division, looking for wanted persons, persons of interest, and searching for weapons, Samuels indicated. Cops confirm sophisticated gadgets being used by syndicates to steal vehicles in seconds. A device that was allegedly confiscated from two men as they attempted to steal two vehicles at the Content Spring Tax Office in St. Andrew has been confirmed to be a key reprogramming gadget that allows criminals to steal a car within seconds, a senior police investigator has revealed. Deputy Superintendent Glendale Murdoch disclosed too that sophisticated car stealing syndicates are also in possession of devices that are capable of intercepting the frequency for vehicles with a remote keyless entry. The revelation by Murdoch, crime officer for the St. Andrew North Police, provides a glimpse into the sophistication behind a spike in stolen motor vehicles across our communities that fall within the division. The key reprogramming device is connected to the car's computer system, generating an alternative key within seconds, he said, as he sought to explain how it works. We had formed the theory that these persons have a technology at their disposal, using it in the theft of motor vehicles. But now we can confirm that because we have seized one of these devices, Murdoch said during a virtual meeting with the community stakeholders in the division yesterday. We are seeing where persons are able to steal motor vehicle in under a minute. And we have seen where car thieves are sometimes able to disarm truckers, so we ask you to add another layer of protection. A keyless remote, typically used in vehicles with a push-button start, relies on radio frequency to send the instructions to the vehicle, the senior investigator said. We have information that there are persons who have in their possession devices that can intercept that frequency and then replicate it in order to gain access to your car, Murdoch revealed. He said that the police have made numerous arrests and recovered other sophisticated technology being used by criminals, but did not disclose specific details. A total of 141 motor vehicles valued at $196 million were reported stolen across the St. Andrew North Police Division in the first 10 months of this year, a near 20% increase year-on-year, according to the latest data. 19 of those vehicles, valued approximately $30 million, have been recovered. 95% of motor vehicle thefts across the division occurred on weekends between midnight and 6 a.m., Saturdays and Sundays. 77 were Toyotas, 24 were Nissans, and 15 were Hondas. Deputy Superintendent Dalian Clark, head of operations for the division, said a majority of the vehicles were stolen from the Content Spring area. The areas mainly affected are Havendale, Meadowbrook, and the Mannings Hill Road. St. Andrew North is one of 19 police divisions that cover Jamaica. Vehicles are being stolen, and if you look at the value these thefts are generating, it is a significant amount of money that is being placed in the hands of criminals, said Murdoch, noting that stolen motor vehicles are mainly scrapped for parts or sold for well below market value. The police have not yet responded to a request made by the news on September 17 this year for national data on motor vehicle theft in the first month of the year and the comparative period last year. However, an investigator in another police division disclosed that the police had begun to take a keen interest in the increasing number of auto parts stores that are popping up across the country. We have to try and find out where they are getting their parts from. Those have to be part of the analysis and the investigation, he said. Murdoch urged the residents to be vigilant during the Christmas season and invest in multiple anti-theft devices for their vehicles. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.